Hi everyone, thank you so much for returning for part 2 of Frank, Jobless Frank, and the glimpse of knowing. Okay, consciousness, presence. This is a very, the sense of knowing. I think that's kind of what Michael had mentioned might be like a little bit more easy to understand, like the sense of knowing. Okay, so we kind of left off where like Frank had taken this alignment path of being in alignment, mind, body, and spirit, like all of these things in mind, and it kind of led him to waking up, feeling a little hungry, noticing he was a little hungry, going to the grocery store, bumping into somebody that he knew, and the person ended up telling him, hey, like, actually, my job is hiring, they have great benefits, like, all of these things. All things that Frank had kind of put out there to the universe, to God, asking for, praying for, saying that these were all of, being honest, saying that these were all of the things that he was hoping for, wanting and needing, being very direct, and then kind of walking this path of feeling good and being in faith. Okay. Now, what I wanted to point out is that I was really upset whenever I lost the video, because what else is great is that even though here through the drive-through, it's seen as I didn't want it to be seen too much as a lower path, but this was a faster path, like a higher vibration, so it moves faster, okay, a fast track. Here, he decided to go to the drive-through where he gets food, and, the food is a little lower vibrational, not as healthy as creating or making his own food. And he comes to this point after he goes through the McDonald's drive-thru, and something inside of him says to go to the park. Like, go to the park. There's another piece of him in this glimpse of knowing that says to go home. Okay. So Frank at that point, during this glimpse of knowing, why does Frank want to go to the park? Why does this bit of inspiration come up for him? It is a glimpse of knowing, because here at the end, what he will find is a flyer for a job fair, who possibly, and maybe A's company is going to be there, okay? Or he can kind of go home and begin to prolong the process of, slowing the process of creating a solution for this problem. So this board says specifically the glimpse of knowing, but what I really feel people must understand is that each moment and each moment in between is also consciousness. You have the opportunity to maintain a high vibration, to kind of follow this loving, joyful, blissful feeling, which will take you, or this internal just feeling, this gut feeling, it may not feel like joy and bliss. It may feel just like knowing, like intuition. I feel like I need to be there, and also noticing how down here, whenever, Frank isn't as positive, right? He can still make choices to bring this up. Now, if he woke up, rather than prolonging the not eating thing, drinks some water, gets a little snack, gets a shower, there's a star here that actually takes him to leaving. So rather than just leaving on an empty stomach, maybe he had to get all cleaned up and then hop over to this timeline here, which, because this took a little bit more time, he does end up going through the drive-thru and getting food and, taking a longer path, right? Just like a prolonged path to get there. But each minute, there is this ability to be guided, like to be so connected with the omnipresent presence of spirit and consciousness, to make each choice that way, and to soften and to know that the path to your biggest love, to your deepest desires, the treasures of your heart, will happen when you are able to kind of open up your heart and to be connected with life, and to be connected with your guides, and to be connected with yourself, mind, body, and spirit. Okay. So when I had asked Michael, like, specifically, what is the knowing? So far, this is what my brain was able to kind of understand, was that the knowing is the moment right before each and every choice. Okay? Since we are co-creating with Source, and with the Source and the truth of who we are, which Michael says he's going to elaborate on that for us. So since we are co-creating with Source, and with the Source and the truth of who we are, our true vibrational, our true operating system, like our true how we are perceiving the earth, right, our lives right as we are, as they say, he says, everywhere you go, there you are. You cannot escape your existence. You cannot escape the truth of your healing journey and each now. So there's no escaping yourself. Even the parts you try to hide. The infinite electric universe knows your current energy signature, which Michael also says that in the future he's going to elaborate for all of us. Okay, but you can kind of see with the infinite electric universe, right? It knows truly, it is all consciousness, all knowing. Like, it knows truly where you are in your vibration, in your subconscious programming, in your conscious programming. And that existence that you are has a very specific vibration, has a very specific feeling, energy, and it's going to, and in that energy you also have free will, like active choice to change. You aren't bonded and bound to the programming that you adopted by living with your parents and growing up with your particular childhood story, your childhood trauma, your the happenings, the experiences of your life. All of those collected will give you will change and give you a different energy signature, okay? And like attracts like. So this is an infinite electric magnetic universe, and where you are, there you are. Like, where you are, there you are, and there everything that reflects of you is. It's so interesting saying all of these words because I've heard it so many times. I've experienced it so many times. I've had this. But when you say it, it doesn't always sound as clear as we would all hope to share with you today. And so to that we say, there's plenty of space for this, for you to get to know the lingo, for you to get to know what we're talking about, for you to experience it, and for us to be able to describe it in a way that really will touch the wells of your soul, like touch the waters of the depths of your soul, and help you in this awakening process, and kind of how it works, and how energy works, and how this spiritual realm works, and how at the end of the day you are a powerful creator, co-creator with life, and you may have experience and may have acted in some non-divine ways in your struggles of living on earth, of choosing to come here and to fulfill your purpose. But you have the active choice to change that, and to really create a new life. And you can do it at whatever speed your soul desires, because just like Frank here, like, he didn't have to just go to the grocery store to still have the opportunity to fulfill himself. He also could have gone to the park. He also could have called up a friend. Like, there are so many options, because Spirit at the end of the day loves us so deeply and wants to fulfill our heart's desire if we are willing to follow that and be in alignment with that, and pull ourselves out of density and tensity and tension and resistance. Like, if we're able to breathe and connect, and the faith the size of a mustard seed, right? Like, really call upon the spirit of faith, call upon the spirit of hope, like these are all energies that all of us are experiencing, that the world that is gifted to us, that the world has, like a locker. I can see almost like this locker of energy, and each one has a signature of feeling and thought and creation. And when you feel like you do not have it, it is your opportunity and your gift, and your choosing to be able to call upon the spirit of alignment, of knowing, of God, of joy, of peace, and call upon the spirit of these vibrations to enter into you and be vulnerable in taking whatever steps that you may need in order to fully experience that, whether it be just for the moment, or whether it be a long-term journey of cultivating and keeping and being in tune with whatever energy that you're looking for. There's so much love in that message, and it makes me feel very excited for those of you who find it and who can hear it and who are touched by this. So there is a lot more coming. And please feel free to ask any questions. Please feel free to reach out. I mean, really, I'm here to kind of find my community and to create my community, and I'm doing it with all of my heart, with all of my love, and like I said, just really trying to share my most authentic self, knowing that there is love to be shared here. And even during this time where sometimes we don't feel it, that we have a choice to actively participate in creating heaven on earth, in creating loving communities who will support us and teach us and love us. And I hope that you all find me, and I hope that I find you, and that we can share this time together and to share the energy that I can feel inside of myself. I hope that you can feel it inside of you, because I know that it has been done for you, as it has been done for me. So continue to be you, be authentic, continue to connect, continue to love. Hit the thumbs up button, comment below, hit the subscribe, and maybe the little bell if you would like to get some notifications of when I post. And we are going to be building this community together. And I love you all so much. There's so much love in my heart for you. Yay! Bye, everyone.